Well, good morning, YouTube. Madam Roy back again. It is February, 3rd, and it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I thought we'd go ahead and do another vlog video for today. Haven't been doing too much this morning. I just had some breakfast. I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee of the day. As you can see, I'm still using one of my Christmas mugs. I don't care. They're excellent. They're perfect size, and if I'm using it at home, it's no big deal. So what are we going to get up to today? Well, a couple things. As you can probably see in the background, I've been listening to some internet radio via the last release of Winamp that'll actually work on Windows 2000 because I use my Windows, my HP Pavilion PC to access the Winamp, and this is version 11 something. I think it's like 11.1 from right around 2011. And it is excellent. I love using this. You can still listen to Shoutcast radio stations, but you can't search for them in Winamp anymore. You actually have to go to shoutcast.com, their own website. You can download a Winamp link, and once you open that link, it'll open it up in Winamp. And then, of course, once that happens, I just go ahead and bookmark the channel so I can listen to it whenever I want. Now, also, right here is the laptop that I've been working on for that customer. It took a little bit longer than I thought. Like I said, they warned me it was riddled with viruses, and sure enough it was. So I had to do a data backup first, and I used this computer here, which is my data backup system. I know I've showed this before in other vlog videos. This is a Dell Dimension E310 with a Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz hyper-thread processor. 2.5 gigabytes of RAM and an 80 gig hard drive. And what I've actually done is loaded Ubuntu 14.04 on here, and that's how I do the backups for the customer. So I backed up the data from the laptop with this machine. Basically ran virus scans like crazy. I have ClamX on here, and I also have a few other ones that I run. And then, of course, I backed it up to two of these jump drives. Then I also ran a virus scan with Avast and Spybot on my main system. And once that was done, I basically reloaded Windows on here. I put Windows 7, then upgraded to Windows 10. So yes, the customer now has Windows 10, the absolute latest version of Windows that will ever be, if you believe what Microsoft says. System is running beautifully. It's nothing super special. It's a Pentium dual core running at 2.66 gigahertz. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM and a 320 gig hard drive. So again, not a speed demon, but more than sufficient to run Windows 10, and I am running the 64-bit version of Windows 10 on there. So I know the customer's daughter, who owns this laptop, is going to be very grateful to be getting it back. So I've actually had it for over a week now. I didn't mean to keep it that long, but between work and other things I've been having to do, I just haven't had much of an opportunity to look at the laptop. So I'm going to call them in just a few minutes, let them know that the laptop is complete. It's probably going to be a little bit more than they originally thought, but you know what? It's a working system, and I guarantee the work that I do. So what else are we going to get to today? Well, I do have to run a few errands. I am going to, of course, check on the thrift store. Hopefully we can find something. I highly doubt they're going to have anything. They haven't had a decent computer tower in there probably for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's really depressing, especially seeing as this is right after Christmas. And every year since then, I've found tons of really good computers right after Christmas because, you know, people got replacements. So I don't know if the manager at the thrift store is just keeping them for themselves or they're being sent to other stores, but I just know that our thrift store is not getting anything good anymore. So for those of you that have commented in my videos, well, I never find anything good, I'm in the same boat right now, so it is what it is, right? Talk to you in a little bit. Alright, because I have a few extra minutes, I thought I'd go ahead and show you a little bit more about this data backup machine I have. Again, it is Dimension E310. I have a dual layer DVD burner right there. This is where another DVD burner could go, and then of course this is where the floppy drive was. Now, I've taken these two blanking plates out, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll fish one of the SATA cables and the power, the data and the power cable through the front. That way, if I'm hooking up, say, a laptop hard drive or even a desktop drive, I can just set it right there while I'm doing the backup. I'm actually using one of my extreme USB and Bluetooth speakers to get sound from this computer. This just uses a actually now it's kind of antiquated, a mini USB on one end, and that plugs right into here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you have to take my word for it. It actually plugs right into here, and then one end goes into the audio headphone jack on the computer, and then the other one to the USB, and that actually is how it gets power. So this actually has a decent sound quality. I got this at a discount store called Gabe's that's right near us. I think I gave maybe all of $10 for it, and this has a really, really nice sound. So again, multi-purpose for Bluetooth, because it does have Bluetooth built in. It has two different modes here. I know I've showed this before, but I just find this so cool. So if I put it in Bluetooth mode,
the device already ready to connect.
just tells you that you're ready to connect. You can see it's glowing blue there, and then of course if you put it in the other mode,
the external sound mode.
And that's what I use if I'm using it as a glorified computer speaker. But getting back to what I'm actually running on this particular computer, again, it is Ubuntu 14.04 LTS, so it is the full version. I'm not running anything streamlined or anything like that. I did that for a reason, because I like the full version's tools when it comes to data backup and basically diagnostics, so that's why I wanted to have this running the full version. And as you can see, it does have 2.5 gigabytes of memory, but of course it only seizes 2.4 because it's using a little bit for video memory. Processor is the Intel Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz. Now I find this interesting. This is showing it times 2, which is basically meaning that it thinks this is a dual-core processor, but it is not. That is a huge misconception that a lot of people have. There are no dual-core Pentium 4 processors. What it is, it's a hyper-thread processor. So basically what this is thinking is it's two actual cores, but what it actually has is two logical cores. So it kind of gets a little confused, but it's still pretty peppy in this computer. I must say I'm actually very impressed as to how well this computer performs given how old it is. Graphics, again, nothing special, just the Intel 915G chipset. And I am running the 64-bit version of Ubuntu because I'm over the 2 gigabyte threshold, and it just seemed to be warranted. This is one of the later Pentium 4 processors, so it is a 64-bit capable processor. And last but not least, it is an 80 gigabyte hard drive, but again, you never get the full 80, so it shows 77.6 gigabytes. And again, nothing special, this computer, but it's good enough for the purpose that I use it for. Eventually, I'd maybe like to bring it up to 4 gigabytes of RAM, but to be honest with you, 2.5 gigabytes running Ubuntu 14, it's more than quick enough. And I'll give you a quick demonstration. You can open up LibreOffice, I think is what they have on this. Yep. And usually this takes a while to open on a regular PC or even one with Linux. But as you can see on here, it is fairly speedy. I mean, the menus come up nice and quick, you know, no lagging or anything like that. And I can even watch YouTube videos comfortably on this, and in high definition too. So pretty advanced for a computer this old. And yes, I know I have my Alvin and the Chipmunks wallpaper on there. That's my one favorite cartoon, as most of you guys know, so I just had no choice. When I saw this wallpaper, I had to download it. Well, it's time to head downstairs. I need to check on some laundry that I put in a couple of minutes ago. We just got some new recliners downstairs, which I want to show you, and we want to go ahead and keep them covered unless we have company over, because we don't want them to get soiled. And of course, you know, LT might scratch at them. Let me go ahead and shut this TV off real quick. I don't know why Dad keeps it on even when he's not here. There we go. But these are the recliners, and I actually think they're pretty nice. I'll go ahead and pull the little sheet off one of them so you can see what they look like. Well, here they are, and they're all their reclining goodness. As you can see, they are suede, and they have a nice stitching. It's more for show, but they actually look pretty nice. They are big because, you know, we're big guys here. We need to have big recliners. I'm not going to go ahead and pull that off because it just takes too long to put it back on, but I can pull this up and show you guys that they're nicely padded on the back. Got nice long arms. And one really cool thing, if you see the switch right here, they are electric reclined. So, yeah, I mean, these things are really, really comfortable. And what I really like about them, they can go pretty much recline to a sleeping position. So if any of us are having problems with heartburn after a big meal, instead of sleeping in the bed, we could sleep in one of these all night and we'd be just fine. And of course, we got the matching one right here, and this is what we usually keep on it. So if the cat sleeps on it at night, she won't get hairs all over it. And of course, those claws are not going to be very friendly to suede fabric like that. But yeah, I mean, they're a lot nicer than the old ones. You guys have probably seen my Facebook, or those of you who see my Facebook page have actually seen that we have those on the front lawn right now. We're actually waiting for bulk pickup to come and get them. All right. Oh my gosh. I knew they said it was going to be warm today, but you wouldn't believe it. It's got to be all of 72, 73 degrees right now. I'm actually going to be a little sweaty, I think, but we'll see what happens. It's actually got a nice breeze out today. Wow. This is windows open weather, that's for sure. I mean, I can't get over this. Just a week ago, we had a snowstorm, and now it feels like summer. I mean, the weather around here is just bizarre. I know I've said it before, but it's true. I mean, there's nothing more weird than the weather in Hampton Roads. You know, one week you can have it 40, 30, 40 degrees. Next week it's 70 or 80 degrees. And that's why a lot of people around here get colds, because the drastic weather changes constantly. Like I said, like my favorite slogan, is what it is. When you live in this area near the ocean, you just got to kind of expect that. Well, I just want to come back here and show you. As you can see, the leaves are finally all picked up. Dad's pretty much been doing that since I've been working. Got to pick up these branches right here. Gonna go and add this to our ginormous wood pile. And again, we got plenty of kindling up here. Well, I tell you, this is gonna make for a really, really nice bonfire. I mean, look at all that kindling. Get it started. We got plenty of the big wood, the seasoned wood down there. Man, I just cannot wait until it gets cool again. And it is supposed to get cool earlier next week, so definitely going to be looking at a pit fire soon. It is holding up nicely. You can see Dad painted it, and the rust is not coming through yet. We covered it with this garbage bag and a rope so the water doesn't get in and rot the bottom out. So I just like to come back here every once in a while, check and make sure everything looks good. Maybe check on the grill a little bit. Well, I guess the temperature gauge isn't working on here anymore. It looks like it's stuck at 300. Like I've said before, this grill is not long for our house. This is probably going to be put out to the curb sometime in the summer. I mean, we just replaced these grills, and as you can see, they're already starting to rust. So once again, anybody looking to get a grill, stay away from charbroil. It's definitely not worth it. It's a money pit. All right, guys. Well, as you can probably tell, I'm in my car. I'm going to head out and run my errands for the day. I'm not actually going to vlog while I'm driving because it's so nice out. I have the windows open, and the wind noise is just going to be a big problem. I know it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here for today. If for some reason I do pick up something interesting at the thrift store or at the dollar store, I'll just put that in a separate video. But I'm trying to keep these down to a good length. I find that if I make these videos any more than 10 or 15 minutes long, then nobody seems to want to watch them. So that's going to be the game plan from now on. There may be a few long ones in there, and I know a few of my subscribers have told me they like the longer vlogs, but generally, if like I said, if they're more than 15 minutes or so, people just don't watch them, or they'll maybe skip through most of it. So hope you guys are all having a great day. I know I am. I am going to enjoy this beautiful weather while we have it, and it is just going to be a short time. So Please remember to like and subscribe. My subscriber rate is up. I'm steadily approaching the 3,000 subscriber mark. So for you guys that are out there that are watching my channel on a regular basis and have not subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. It helps me out immensely. The more subscribers I get, the more viewers I get, the more I can grow my channel and the more interesting videos I can pop out. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.